into a little bit more of a flow today. We're going to start in a resting position. Those of you that come from a yoga background, you might call this the child's pose. And depending on how your knees and your quadriceps and your lower back feel, you might want to take your knees apart or you might want to bring them into parallel. You might be able to put your bum on your feet or not. So put something underneath your knees or your bum if you need. And then just walk yourself down until you can get your forehead on the ground. If your forehead doesn't touch the ground, then either hand or put a cushion underneath your head. So in fact, your head is completely supported. So just settle into position here. And it doesn't matter where your arms are. Whatever feels good for your neck and shoulders. And then just maybe wiggle your spine around a little bit. And move your hips and your knees and feet around as you need. And then start to find some stillness. And start connecting into your breath. Noticing each inhale and each exhale. Noticing the expansion and release of your ribs and your spine as you breathe. And allow your breath to slow down. And as you breathe, become aware of the effect on your physical body, on the shape that you're in. Noticing the release and the softening around your muscles, your joints, your fascia. And taking a moment to perhaps set an intention for your class this morning. Or perhaps dedicating your class to someone or something. And as you allow your mind to focus, notice how you allow your body to focus, to become present. Taking one more deep breath in and out. And then on your next breath, start to walk your hands a little forward, spreading your fingers out and pulling yourself up onto all fours. Bringing your shoulders above your wrists, bringing your knees in line with your hips, and starting with a gentle cat stretch. Rounding through your spine as you push away from your hands. And then lengthening your spine, moving towards a little bit of extension, lifting tail, lifting heart, lifting gaze. And now keep moving at your own rhythm. And just for this first round of cat stretch, breathe in as you round your spine up and breathe out as you lengthen and extend. So as you inhale and round your spine up, can you feel the back of your ribs, the back of your lungs? And as you exhale, can you feel that there's a gentle firming through your belly and an opening of the heart? Inhale as you round. And exhale as you lengthen. Taking just one more time. Inhale, round. This time, stay here. Exhale as you tuck the toes under. And then on your next breath, pushing into the hands, pushing into the feet, and just allowing your knees to hover off the ground. Stay here as you stabilize, feeling the lift of your belly, tucking your chin in, feeling the opening, the widening of the shoulder blades across your back, and then releasing the knees down, relax the toes out, and lengthen your spine just back to neutral. Sliding the right leg back, stay there. Walking the left fingertips forward, pause here, and then pick up the arm and leg, and just take a moment to find balance. And now start rounding your spine as you bring your elbow towards your knee. And then lengthen the spine and reach through the fingertips and toes. Now, breathe out as you round the spine. And inhale as you lengthen. So we've reversed the breathing, and notice how it changes the connection to your physical body. As you breathe out and around, can you feel how the belly lifts? And as you inhale, can you feel energy reaching through fingertips and toes? Last one. Hold here. Put your left hand down. Flex your right foot and push energy out through the heel of your foot. And then sweeping your right leg around towards the side, place the big toe down, roll the foot out, and lengthen the spine. Let's just start moving backwards and forwards. And remember with this one, the more that you can keep your spine lengthened, reaching through the tailbone, you're going to find a deeper release into that inner thigh on the right side. And we're going to take just one more time, go halfway back and stay here. Round your spine like a cat. Go up onto the tips of your fingers, and then start rolling up into an upright position and spreading your wings wide. I'm going to turn to face you. I'm going to do a mirror image of you. So we're going to inhale, reach up and over, and exhale, come back. And again, inhale, and exhale. One more time, breathe in, and breathe out. Hold it here, turn the palms of your hands up. Let's slide over towards the left. And slide back in. At any point, give yourself padding underneath your knee or make any adjustments to that outer leg position, if your hip or your ankle or your knee. One more time. Sliding to the side, now pause here. If you would like to challenge, you could reach your arms overhead. Are you creating a long straight line with the body? And expand. And again, breathing out. Beautiful. Can you feel the connection to your center? One more time. And reach. Come all the way back up. Let's bring both arms all the way up. Turn the palms forward, round the spine, and cascade over like a waterfall, just until the tips of your fingers can touch. Walk your hands forward, lengthen your spine, and then pick up that right leg, sweep your right leg around to the back, and bring the knee all the way in. Center yourself, left leg reaches back, right fingertips walk forward, pick up the arm and the leg, pause for a moment, and now round the spine. And lengthen, breathe in. And again, feeling the lift through the belly. And inhale, expand. You almost want to feel when you lengthen that you're taking yourself past your own physical body. And reach one more time. And reach, hold it. Bring your hand in. Flex your back foot. Start circling your leg all the way around to the left. Place your big toe down, roll your foot flat. And then when you're ready, just moving gently backwards and forwards. Try to keep that length through your crown, reaching out through your tail. Feeling that wonderful release into the inner thigh on the left side. And this is part of your deep midline of fascia. This connects directly into our core. One more. Now just go halfway and hold it. Round like a cat. Push up onto the tips of your fingers and then roll up into an upright kneeling position and spread your wings wide. Now again, I'm going to turn to face you. And we're going to reach over, breathe in, and exhale, center. And again, breathe in, and release. So this is very similar to the seaweed that we do seated on the ground. And it's just about creating movement and mobility. Come back to the center, pause. Turn the palms of your hands up, open up the chest. Slide towards the right and slide back up. And again, feeling that lengthening along both sides of your waist. And again, through fingertips. And now we're going to do one more time. Slide to the side. Now hold it there. If you would like to challenge, you can move your arms overhead. Find a long straight line of the body and release. And again, framing your ears with your arms. And open. And let's do one more time. And we go. Come back. Lift your body upright. Inhale, both arms come up. Turn the palms forward. Cascade like a waterfall. Let your fingertips lightly touch the ground. Walk yourself forward. Lengthen your spine. Pick up that left leg. Sweep it around to the back. Bringing your knee in. Open your knees. Settle yourself back. Once again, coming into your resting position. And just start to notice if the shape here is starting to change for you now with your breath and with your movement. Are you perhaps able to reach your arms a little bit more forward, overhead? Maybe opening up through the chest and shoulders a bit more. Let your breath slow down. Notice the connection of your forehead to the ground. Take a moment to remind yourself of your intention or your dedication for your class this morning. Taking one more deep breath in and out. Spreading your fingers out. Draw yourself all the way up onto all fours. Bringing yourself so that you're centered above your hands. Tucking the toes under. See if you can just hover your knees up off the ground. Finding that beautiful stability around your joints. Now we're going to keep it quite small. Start pushing backwards away from your hands. And then coming forwards again. And maybe you can push yourself past your fingertips a little bit. And again, pressing back. push away from your hands and come forward. One more time, press back, hold it here. Now lift your hips up, keep it quite bent, and then pedal the heels down one at a time. Get that stretch up along the back of the leg. And then push both heels towards the ground. It does not matter if your knees are bent or straight. It doesn't matter if your heels are touching or not. I want you to close your eyes and feel the points of contact to the ground. Notice your hands and notice your feet. Taking one easy breath in and out. And then open eyes. Lower your knees all the way down towards the ground and releasing your feet out. So now reaching your left arm out to the side. Let's come into our thread the needle. Resting your shoulder, resting your head. You're going to keep this right hand to the ground. And we're just going to start to bend the left elbow, patting your ribs and releasing it out. And again, gentle bending and straightening of the left arm. Just feeling that release all the way along the back line of the arms. Let's just take one more. And then press into the right hand. Come all the way up, reaching the left arm out to the side, and then bringing your hand down. Center yourself. Right hand reaches, and threading the needle all the way through. Placing yourself down. Guys, remember, if you need to put a cushion or a support underneath your head, feel free. And then, in your own time, start to bend and straighten the right elbow. Maybe you can tap your ribs, maybe not. Taking two more. And then in your own time, pushing into the left hand, reaching the right arm all the way out, and then center yourself on all fours. Taking your right leg, stretch it out, lifting up that right leg, and we're just going to take one big step forward to the outside of the right hand. Help yourself as much as you need. Bringing your right hand to your knee, bringing your chest upright, reaching the left hand all the way up. If you need padding underneath that left knee, please do so. A little bit of a lift through the lower belly, and we're just going to let our body weight come forwards and backwards a little bit here. So we're getting a lovely stretch into that left front hip. A little padding under the knee helps, eh? That's so step forward. Yeah. So this is, for a lot of people, guys, that kneecap, it's actually called the patella. The kneecap is actually a floating bone. It's embedded in the tendon of the thigh muscle. So when you're moving like this, sometimes it rolls over the muscle or kind of pops around in the tendon and gets uncomfortable. So it really
just
helps.
that forward movement.
Yeah,
That's the only one.
Exactly. And some people, it pops side to side. Yeah. So help yourself as you need on this one. And now let yourself come a little bit forward. Put your left hand onto the floor, either on fingertips or with a flat hand. Your right hand on your knee is going to start twisting your spine so that you can look over the right shoulder. And then if it's available to you, you can take the right hand and reach it up. Stay here and breathe. Feel the lengthening and the twisting of your spine. Feel the connection between your two hands. Taking a nice easy breath and then release. Put both hands onto the floor on the inside of the right leg. Send the right leg all the way back. You can flex the foot and push through the heel, point the toe, and bring the knee underneath you. Make any adjustments you need. Move the cushion to the other side if you need. Stretch the left leg back. Lift the left leg up. And then we take a big step forward to the outside of the left hand. Bring your hand up onto your knee. Bring yourself upright, letting the right hand float up. So you're going to use your eye line here to focus your gaze. Staying here for just another breath in. And then when you're ready, we start moving gently forwards and backwards. So this is also quite a nice position to be in, with the legs fairly wide apart, because it will help you balance a little bit easier than if your feet were a little bit more parallel. So just really feel the connection of the front foot to the ground. One more time. Now hold it here. Bring your hand down, either fingertips or flat hand. Start twisting your spine gently, looking over the left shoulder. And when you're ready, you can reach the left hand. Keep reaching forward through the crown of your head. Stay with your breath. Feel the reach through the top fingertips and feel the right hand connecting to the ground. Take another breath. Release, putting both hands flat on the mat. And then move the left leg all the way back. Flex your foot for a moment. Point your toes and bringing your knees underneath you. Tucking your toes under. On your breath, lifting your knees just up off the mat. Hold it here. Bring your left hand underneath your face in the middle of your mat. Pivot your ankles, your knees, and your hips to face the right. And when you can, you balance on the left hand and you reach the right hand up. Pause here. If it's available to you, you could look up at your top hand. Can you feel the underside of your body connecting to support you? Look down. Twist, coming all the way back. Separate your hands and lower your knees towards the ground. Release your feet out. Round your spine like a cat. And then just gently start moving backwards and forwards. Gently backwards and forwards. One more time, finding that release around the sacrum. Come to the front and hold it. Lengthen your spine. Tuck your toes under, and we're ready for the other side. Hover your knees just up off the mat. Move your right hand to the middle of the mat. Twist your feet, knees, hips, pushing into the right hand and lift up the left hand so everything is squared to the side. Open up through the chest. Feel the underside of your body. Maybe you can look up at your top thumb. And then when you're ready, start twisting all the way back to the center. Separate your hands, lower the knees, release the feet, round your spine like a cat, and we gently start moving forwards and backwards. Little forwards and backwards. One more. Come back to the front, lengthen out your spine. We're going to go into the downward facing dog again. Tuck your toes under. Hover your knees just up. Move away from your hands. Send the hips up. And then pedal the heels down one at a time. Finding the release through the back line of the body. And then pushing both heels towards the ground as best you can. Now, pick up your right leg, not too high. Point the back foot. Bring your knee towards your nose. Bring your shoulders above your wrists. Suspend yourself. And then send the leg back. Three-legged dog. Let's do that again. Point your toe, knee to nose. Bring your shoulders above your hands. Can you feel the abdominals? And send it back. One more time. Here we go. And knee to nose. Feel the abdominals connect. Push away from the hands. Send your leg back. And now, take a big step to the outside of your right hand. Help yourself if you need to. Now, guys, you have a choice here. You can put your knee on the floor like we did before, or put your right hand to your right knee. Balance. Lift your eye line. Focus. Arm comes up. Do you need to bend the back knee or do you feel okay here? Have you got your abdominals connected? Beautiful. Keep breathing. We're just going to push back a little bit and bend the front knee. It's tiny. It's just a shifting of body weight, and it's about connecting into the floor. It's about lifting through the crown. This is about connecting the earth to the clouds. And you're the conduit in between. One more. And release. Reach down. Put your fingertips or flat hand to the ground. And then help yourself into a little bit of a twist. Are you guys recognizing the sequence? It's the same as we did before. Now, if it's available to you, reach the hand up. At any point, if you want to put your back knee on the ground, please do so. Create space. Breathe. Forward through your head, backward through your heel. Down through the left hand, up through the right hand. Release. Bringing both hands all the way to the mat on the inside of your foot. Now pushing into the hands, step back and lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Pedal the heels if you need to. Guys, I know it's a challenge. Take a break when you need. Find some stillness. Connect to your breath and remind yourself that you're okay. Bring the left leg up, not too high. Point your toe. Bring your knee to nose. Bring your shoulders forward. Suspend. Send it back, three-legged dog. And again, knee to nose. Feel the abdominals lifting and send it back. One more time, I promise, one more time. And we go. Knee to nose. Send it back. A big step to the outside of the left hand. Help yourself. Do you need to lower the knee? You're going to start bringing your left hand up to the left thigh. Lift your eye line, standing on your feet as you find your balance. What adjustments do you need to make for you today? And we're going to start to move a little bit back and a little bit forward. Beautiful. That's it. It doesn't have to be big. In fact, the smaller that you make your movement, the more refined it is. One more. And hold. Reaching down, either fingertips or flat hand. Assist yourself into a twist in the rotation. Looking up. Would you like to reach the left hand up? Energy through the fingertips. Stay with your breath. Forward through your head, backward through the heel. Down with the right hand, up through the left hand. Start to release. Bringing both hands onto the floor. Step the left leg back. Lifting your hips up. Downward facing dog. And then just settle into a shape that you can hold for 5 breaths in and out. And guys, if you need to put your knees down like this, then you put your knees down, that's fine. Allow your breathing to slow down, to calm your mind. Lower both knees to the ground. Open your knees. Big toes touch. Sit back into your resting position. Bringing your forehead towards the ground. Walking your hands out nice and long. And if you can straighten the arms easily, maybe what you'd like to do just to open up the shoulders a bit more is to push onto the tips of the fingers so that your hands actually lift off the ground. Just your fingertips are there. If that's too much for your shoulders, then just put them down or even bend them. Pause here. Just notice the shift that is taking place. Slow your breath. Listen to your heartbeat. Remind yourself of your intention or your dedication that you may have set. On your next breath, just reaching your hands out in front of you, draw yourself up onto all fours, placing wrists below shoulders, knees below hips, tucking your toes under, and once again, hovering your knees just up off the mat. Move your left hand to the middle of the mat under your nose, twisting ankles, knees, hips, floating the right arm up, and then stay facing sideways and just take a gentle seat on the ground. So you are sitting back in your mermaid. Pausing here, you're going to reach the right arm up, turn the palm to face up. We inhale to open up the front arm, and then exhale as we round the spine and bring the hands towards each other. And again, inhale. And exhale. Taking two more. One more, breathing in. Breathing out. Come back to the center. Hold it here. Pushing into your left hand that's on the floor. Can you lift your hips? Can you lift your knees? And you are facing sideways. Look down. Pivot your body so that you're back to the front. Separate your hands. Send your hips and spine up to back into your downward facing dog. And we pause here just for a moment. Come down to hover your knees just off the ground. Move your right hand underneath your nose. Pivot your body to face sideways and lifting the left arm up. Find balance. Lower your hips down to the floor. Keep pushing away from the hand that's on the floor so you don't collapse into the neck and shoulders. And just stay here for a moment in your mermaid seat. Lifting the left arm up, turn the palm up. Open up the arm line, reach back, and then round your spine and bring the hands towards each other. Inhale. And exhale. Two more, breathing in. And always allowing your breath to be the thread between all your movements. Come back to the front, hold it here, pushing into the right hand, and just bring your hips off the ground. That's sort of the heavy part of your body. And then see if you can bring your knees up. So now you are supported on the hand and the feet. Look down, twist your body around. One more time, coming into your downward facing dog. Just stay here for a moment. Now, lift your head to look a little forward, bend your knees, and start walking your feet towards the front of the mat. Go onto the tips of the fingers when you need. Walking your feet all the way forward until your big toes are in line with each other and you can relax over. Just actually let yourself surrender into this position. It's such a wonderful release through the spine, through the legs. And if you want to increase it, you can hold one hand to each elbow, hang like a rag doll, maybe do a little bit of a swaying action from side to side. And then come back to the center, releasing your arms, soften your knees, rolling up through the spine. Take your time. We've just done quite a bit of inversion work. So as you bring your body upright, you might feel almost like there's a little bit of a head rush. So just pause where you need. Roll your shoulders back and around. And then just let your arms settle. We're going to breathe in to reach both arms all the way up. Connect the tips of the fingers to their partners. And then open your arms wide, not your chin. And let's just roll halfway down until our hands are hanging just in front of our knees. Place your hands onto your knees. And then we start to lengthen the spine. Reach through the tail and reach through the crown. And round the spine. Feel the lift of the belly. And it's so nice having the hands here because then you're not going to strain your back. Lengthen. Use your arms to help you. And then round. Stay here. Let your arms hang. Roll back up into standing. Rooting into the feet. And allowing your head to lift up tall. Bring the arms out and overhead. Breathe in. Touch the tips of the fingers. Exhale. Open your arms. Nod your chin. Rolling through your spine. We're going to go rolling a little bit further this time. Just until your hands are just in the middle of your shins. Soften the knees. And then we lengthen the spine. Reach through your tail. And then round your spine and lift through the belly. So we're doing a cat stretch effectively. But as we're bringing our body lower and lower to the floor, can you feel how it changes the stretch in the legs? One more time. Lengthen the spine. And round. Stay here. Let your arms go. Roll up into standing. Remember, your abdominals support you, but you are rooting into the heels of the feet and lifting the back of your body. We inhale, reach up. Connect the tips of the fingers and exhale. Open your arms. Nod your chin. Rolling forward through the spine. Heavy arms, heavy head. Can you come all the way down now to put your fingertips on the floor? If that's too much, put your hands on your shins or just keep the knees super duper bent. Now, lengthen the spine. Here's the trick. You must keep your fingertips on the ground. You must support yourself. So either bend the knees or move your hands. And then round your spine. And again, lengthen the spine. Reach through your crown. Round the spine, lift your belly. One more time. Here we go. Lengthen the spine. And now, go all the way down to put your hands flat on the floor. Bend your knees if you need to. Take a big step back with the left leg. Big step back. Hold it here. Move your left hand beside your foot. Put your right hand to your knee. Lengthen your spine and come into your twist. Do you recognize this? Reach the right hand up. Bring your right hand down. Put both hands flat to the ground. And now step the right leg all the way back to meet the left leg. And we hold. So you're in a plank position. Good. Let your knees come to the ground. Release your toes out. Round your spine like a cat, and let's just move forwards and backwards 3 times. And a little bit forward, round spine. And again. And back. One more time. And back your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Hold it here. Look a little forward and start walking your feet all the way to the front of your mat, all the way down to the tips of your fingers when you need to. And then Fold over, relax. Roll up into standing. Ankles connecting. Lifting all the way up. Taking your time. Connecting to breath. Both arms reach up. Breathe in. Connect the tips of the fingers. Open your arms. Roll through your spine, coming all the way down until the tips of your fingers are on the ground or on your shins. Lengthening your spine. Reach through your crown, reach through your tail, support yourself. And then round over, put your hands flat. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Step the right leg all the way back. Big step. Beautiful. Put your right hand beside your foot. Left hand to your knee. Help yourself into a lovely twist. Reaching the left hand up. Find your balance. Bringing your left hand all the way down. That's it. Stepping the left leg back and finding your plank pose. Let your knees come down. Release your feet. Round your spine like a cat. Let's move backwards and forwards 3 times. And release. And this is such a wonderful release for the fascia in the sacral area, down the sides of the body. Tuck your toes under, lifting your hips up, making an inverted V position with your body. Look a little forward, soften your knees, and let's go for a walk. Coming forward to the front of your mat, going on to tips of fingers when you need. Line up your toes and relax over. Take a breath in and then roll up. Coming all the way up. Lifting up nice and tall. Now we're going to do a little bit of a variation here for the back muscle. So I'm just going to move a little bit away so you can see me. We're going to breathe in to lift both arms up. Connect the tips of the fingers and then bend your elbows, spread the fingers out. And if I turn sideways, can you see that I'm lifting my chest and doing a little squeeze with my shoulder blades? And then you reach up again. Look up and touch the tips of the fingers and then open your arms nice and wide. So it's called cactus arms, exactly. So we breathe and reach up. And then exhale, cactus, lift the chest. Reach up. You can look forward and simply open your arms out to the side and bring them all the way next to your hips. Let's do that one more time. Reach up. Touch the tips of the fingers. Bend the elbows, cactus arms, lift through the chest. It's like a standing cobra. Reach up and open the arms nice and wide. Now I'm going to put that all together. Remember, we're doing a flow today, right? And we inhale, reach up. Bend the elbows, cactus arms. Reach up. And now open the arms, nod the chin, and we roll through the spine. Soften the knees as much as you need to. Hands to shins or hands to the floor. We lengthen the spine like a cat stretch. And then we fold over, placing both hands to the ground. We take a big step back with the left leg. And then we put the left hand next to the foot. We come into a little bit of a twist, reaching the right hand up. And then release, putting both hands to the floor, stepping the right leg back, plank pose. Lower the knees to the ground. Release the feet. Round the spine like a cat. We're just going to do one this time. And then start coming forward again with a rounded spine. But now listen to me, don't stop. Keep pushing your pelvis forward, squeeze your bum. Lift your chest, push out of your hands. Lift your eye line. So we are working our back extensors, but you better be using your abs and your bum. Tuck your chin in. Round your spine as you pull back. Tuck your toes under. lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Start walking your feet forward. Can you take bigger steps? Maybe, maybe not, it doesn't matter. Lining up your feet, relax over. Take a breath, roll up into standing. Coming all the way up, bringing your eye line to the front, and we flow. Breathe in, reach up, cactus arms. There's our back extension for today. Inhale, reach. Open your arms, tuck your chin, and we round the spine over. Bringing your hands to the front of your shins or down to the floor. And then lengthen your spine. So we're coming into a cat stretch. And then fold over. Put your hands to the ground. This time the right leg steps all the way back. Big step. Putting your right hand beside your foot. Help yourself into a twist. Left hand reaches up. And then come all the way down. Place both hands flat. The left leg steps back. Can you make a plank pose? Lower your knees. Release your feet. Round your spine. We're going to push back to one cat stretch. Oh, that feels so good. Come forward again with a rounded spine, but now don't stop. Push your hips through. Tighten up your bum and your lower abs. Lift your heart. Push out of your arms. Lift your eye line. Stay here for a moment. Tuck your chin in. Round your spine back. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Stay here for a moment. Start walking your feet all the way forward until you can get your toes in line with each other, and then just fold over. Now stay here for a moment. We're going to start crouching down. Now depending on how your knees are, you might be able to come all the way down into a crouch, or you might be upright a little bit. Roll around on the knuckles of the toes, and then change direction and go the other way. Rolling around. And hold it there. Start to move your hands behind you. And then slowly lower your hips down. Help yourself as much as you need. And let the feet come out in front. So in other words, you have very gracefully sat on your bottoms. Okay, come a little bit forward so you've got a runway strip behind you there. That's it. So, taking your hands just behind your thighs, on your breath, start rolling yourself all the way down, using your arms to help you. Just let your spine settle to the ground, relaxing all the way back. And now I just want you to walk your feet a little closer towards your hips. Take your feet a little bit wider than your hips, so maybe at the edge of your mat. Take your hands out with the palms facing up, and then gently, it doesn't matter which direction you go first, just gently start moving the hips from side to side, letting the knees roll from side to side, and just allowing your feet to roll onto their blades. So your feet are staying on the ground to help you here. Just releasing out your back. And then coming to the center and start to now walk your feet a little closer to each other. So they're going to be hip distance, but keep your arms out like they are, the palms up. Start tilting your hips and rolling your spine up off the ground. Now, I don't want you to come up too high because we've done a fair amount of mobility work of the spine. We've done extension, we've done flexion, we've done a lot of rotation. So I just want your spine to feel very easy, and I want you to take a moment holding this position to really connect into the gluteals. So I want you to really feel your bum cheeks working. And I've deliberately kept the arms open with the palms up to try and encourage us to soften across the chest, the collarbones, and then through the neck. and the shoulders as well. So bringing all your awareness and your focus into the bum cheeks for a moment. And if that means you've got to come down a bit with your hips, then please do so. Staying here for just 2 more seconds. And then on your next breath, start to work your way down through the spine so you can really feel each vertebra meeting the ground. Subtle, refined movements and release at the bottom. Just bringing your right knee, hugging it quite tight towards your chest, stretching the left leg out as straight as you can, and just draw that knee in nice and tight for a moment, and then release the tension, but keep the leg where it is, and then make your way to the left knee, hugging in. Switch your hands to hold onto the left knee so that you can stretch the right leg out. You should feel supported in your back the whole time. Nice tight pull in with the hands on the knee so you feel a bit of a compression around the left hip. And then just releasing the tension, stretch the left leg all the way out. So now you're going to have both legs extended along the floor. Just stay here for a moment and just feel the circulation moving through the hips. So it's one of the lovely things when we do any kind of compression pose around the hips or even around the shoulders that you can feel that rush of energy and blood supply. Bring your legs a little closer together so your inner thighs are working. You can point or flex the feet, it doesn't matter. Bring your hands up towards the sky. We are going to do 3 roll-ups here. So you can move your arms back. It might help you to use the weight of your arms here. Lift your arms, lift your head, and then breathe as you start rolling yourself forward. If you need a cushion under your back, then feel free to do that. Stop with your nose above your pubic bone. Make sure you can see your profile above your arms. And then start rolling back down. Very nice. Good. And again, lifting arms, lifting head. So all of that work that we've done around the spine and around the hips today in our flow has perhaps eased up your back, so you might find it easier today to roll up and down. And let's do one more time. Lift arms, lift head, and breathe. And this time, if you want to, you can put your hands on your knees or on your shins or on your ankles. Just relax over for 1 moment. Take a breath in. And then unravel your spine and lifting all the way up until we're going to finish in a seated position. So I'm going to give myself a little pillow to sit on. You can sit however feels best for you. So I'm going to sit cross-legged. You can sit with your legs out in front of you if you wish. And then just place your hands wherever it feels good. Roll the shoulders back and around. Maybe tilt your head a little bit from side to side. And then just let your body settle. Allow your eyes to close. And just come back to your breathing. Notice that wonderful energy and oxygen moving through your body every time you breathe in and every time you breathe out. Imagine if you were back in your resting position and you had your forehead connected to the ground. And it's a wonderful way for us to focus our mind. It gives us a little bit of a pressure point and something to tune into. Bring that same awareness to your forehead, even though we're not pressing on it. Just give yourself that focus for your mind. Perhaps take a moment here to remind yourself of your intention or your dedication that you may have set at the beginning of the class. And just breathe it in through your body, let it seep into every cell. Taking one deep breath in through your nose, fill your body, hold it for a moment, feel it. Exhale, open your mouth and sigh. Just blinking your eyes open slowly, let the daylight peep in. Bringing both your hands just down beside you. Let's take one deep inhale, reach up, connecting the tips of the fingers to each other. Exhale, open your arms. Clear some space for yourself. Wonderful. Roll the shoulders back and around. All good?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Nicely done, guys.
Thank you,
You're
Renee.
very, very welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So it can definitely be a bit more challenging with the flow, but I mean, you can feel how it affects your work on the mat as well.
Yeah.